All right, welcome back, traders. Today is Thursday, March 5th, 2026, and today I break down how it's possible to miss a big runner, bank profits, and survive to see the next high probability trade. So, I initially came into the morning with a flat or neutral thesis slash outlook. We were going to go one of two ways. We were already at the point of control on this anchored volume profile. We were either going to base and grind higher, come down and retest previous highs, or we were going to break down, retest that point of control, and break down even further. All week at open, we've been grinding up, and my initial trade outlook was more of a gamble than a calculated risk. I didn't like the price action. I didn't like the buying, selling, back and forth volatility on um, the VIX. Same with the Mag 7 at the time. I mean, TTM was saying we were bullish, but again, I would have got stopped out. This is a 40-point drop. I did not like this price action. I should have never gotten in this trade to begin with. My discipline side said, hey, just get out. I took $30 profit, live to see the next high probability trade, which is the one that I really wanted. So in trade two, my thesis slash idea was to look for a short off this Asia session high, but we rejected New York opening highs. Okay, we were running out of steam. I saw some buying pressure on the VIX and the VIXY. At this point, we were chopping. We had some selling pressure on some of that Mag 7. Okay, the Teslas, the Nvidias. So when the VIX and VIXY are buying and you've got these Mag 7 stocks dropping, the Qs are typically going to drop. Now, all week, we were basing and pushing higher off of this SMA 9. I had a little bit of a mental barrier, mental hurdle with that to work through. I scalped a quick 27 points because, again, we were still green on this TTM. We were not rounding off, and there was a chance, like we have all week, we could have bounced off that SMA Bravo 9 and bounced higher. Today we didn't. We broke down to 230 points. Would I have caught the whole trade? No. My initial take profit was at this point of control. Could have had 150 points, but just given how the week has gone, I wasn't confident in that. We then got that purple and red to the downside even more later on today. But at this point, I was already 2 for 2, even though I should have never have gotten in this first trade. My rules are 2-0, you are done. 1-1, you are done. 0-2, you are done. The best and most profitable traders do not trade all day or even every day. They trade their high probability setups. So, given that I didn't want to chase, I was already up 570 on the day. I didn't want to give anything back. And granted, these are just evaluation accounts, these are just paper money. It's not real at this point. But I have not traded well all week. I have not executed in the way I can. And I'm still up over $3,100 across 5 evaluations for the week. So, all that being said, again, I'm still not really executing in the way I should be, especially with letting your runners run. But I'm no longer blowing accounts, I'm following core rules, and now I'm consistently profitable on the evaluation accounts. And the next step is just moving that over to the funded. Part of what I'm doing, because I have a mental barrier, mental hurdle with that, I have been funded before, and I did blow the account in a day. I was going to take a payout of around $1,200, and I blew that account. So part of what I'm doing is I'm building more of these other accounts to the funded stage. So that way I have more funded accounts and I'm putting less um, sort of pressure on that one funded account because you put a lot of work to just even get there. You've got to hit a $3,000 target goal on these 50K accounts. So I'm being very cautious with those accounts to stay consistent and stay funded. So, again, going back to all week's themes, I still have a lot to work on, but we're getting better. We're becoming more consistent. And it's about protecting your profits, protecting your capital first and foremost, and living to see the next high probability trade, high probability setup. With that, traders, tune in tomorrow for the next daily trade recap.